an absolute beginner's guide to a tool that's quite literally shifting how we work and think. Now, if you've got zero hands-on experience with this kind of AI, don't worry, you're in the exact right spot. We're going to break Claude down step by step, so by the time we finish, you'll be ready to tackle your day with a seriously powerful new assistant.
So, here's our roadmap. First up, we'll officially meet Claude. Then we'll look at how to get started in seconds, take a quick tour of the interface, and unlock things like artifacts and tools. After that, we'll cover the single most important skill you need and wrap up by choosing your perfect plan. Our goal, transforming you from a total novice to a highly capable user today.
All right, Section 1, Meet Claude, your AI assistant. I know this is often the big, intimidating question. So what actually is Claude? Well, simply put, it's an AI assistant made by an AI safety and research company called Anthropic. You can really just think of it as a remarkably smart, super careful helper that lives right there on your computer. And honestly, here's the absolute best part. There is zero coding required. You don't need to memorize any wild technical jargon or special commands. You just use plain English. You ask, and it helps. It's really that simple.
Okay, but what can it actually do for you? Let's talk about the everyday problems Claude solves. First off, it can write almost anything in seconds. We're talking emails, posts, letters, project plans, all of which you can easily tweak to fit your own voice. Second, it's a lifesaver for making sense of massive documents. Imagine dropping a 40-page PDF contract in there and just asking for the top 3 takeaways. Boom, done. Third, it can research topics by pulling real, current sources straight from the web. And finally, it is an absolute beast at organizing. It can take your chaotic, messy brainstorms and magically turn them into clear, actionable steps. It's really a game changer for organizing the chaos of modern work.
Moving on to Section 2, Getting Started in Seconds. You're going to love how frictionless this is. Getting in literally takes about 30 seconds. Step 1, open any browser and type in Claude AI. Step 2, just sign in with a Google account or whatever email address you prefer. And Step 3, you're instantly on the free plan. That is the whole shebang. No credit card required, no sneaky trial period that's going to trick you into a subscription later. Log in and you're good to go.
Next up, Section 3, Touring the Claude interface.
So once you're in, here's the layout you'll see. Over on the left is your sidebar. That's your home base with all your chat history and past projects. Up at the top left, you've got the new chat button for whenever you want to switch topics, but the main event is right down there at the bottom, the message box. This little text bar is where like 90% of the magic happens. It's where you actually talk to Claude. You'll also see a tools menu, a model picker for choosing the different brains of the AI, which honestly you can totally ignore for now, and your basic settings. Super clean, super user-friendly. Let's dive into Section 4, Unlocking Artifacts and Tools.
All right, notice that tiny little plus button right next to the message box? That little icon is where the real power hides. Click it, and you unlock a whole utility belt of features. You can attach a file, meaning you drop in a PDF, image, or spreadsheet for Claude to read. You can trigger a live web search to get real-time info with clickable links. Need deep analysis? Hit Research and Thinking. You can even generate real Word, Excel, or PowerPoint files that download straight to your computer. It's pretty wild. And that brings us to something really special called an artifact. You'll definitely want to know this term. Basically, sometimes Claude builds something way too big to just spit out in a normal chat message, like a fully formatted document, a complex spreadsheet, or even a mini app. When that happens, it pops open in its own dedicated panel on the right side of your screen. That panel is the artifact. The coolest part? You can ask Claude to make tweaks and watch that artifact update live right in front of you. Once it's perfect, copy it, download it, or grab a link to share it with your team.
Oh, and you aren't just chained to your desk either. Everything you do synchronizes perfectly to the free mobile app, available on iOS and Android. This is an absolute lifesaver for capturing ideas on the go. See that little microphone icon? You don't even have to type. Just tap it and speak. Let your messy thoughts pour out. Claude transcribes and processes your voice instantly so you can literally draft emails or plan a project while you're out walking the dog. Total game changer.
Which brings us to Section 5, the only skill you need.
Just talk to it like a smart, helpful person. Seriously, let that sink in. People think there are magic words or secret coding tricks you have to learn to use AI. There aren't. Plain, natural English is your best friend here. The golden rule is just this. The more context you give, the better the answer you're going to get. If you give a vague instruction, you get a vague result. But if you treat Claude like a really bright intern who just needs a little background context to nail the assignment,
You are going to be blown away by what it gives you back.
To make sure you hit the ground running today, here's a super simple 3-part recipe for a great request, or what the tech world calls a prompt. First, say who it's for, like write a message to my landlord. Second, say exactly what you want, a polite request to fix the heat. Third, and this is crucial, give it the details. The heat's been out for 3 days, keep the message short, firm, but polite. Combine those 3 things, toss them into the message box, and Claude instantly drafts a perfect, ready-to-send email. Mastering this simple recipe is literally the only skill you need.
Finally, Section 6. Choosing your perfect plan. So let's break down the plans. The free plan is, well, $0. It's absolutely perfect for trying things out and for light daily use. You still get chat, web search, file uploads, and those awesome artifacts. Then there's the Pro plan at $20 a month. That one's really for the daily drivers and creators who hit the limits on the free plan and need the absolute most powerful reasoning models. And finally, the Max tier, starting at $100, is purely for all-day massive enterprise power users. Honestly, though, my advice is to start on free. Just get comfortable, play around with it. Only upgrade to Pro when you actually find yourself wishing for higher limits. The free tier is incredibly generous.
And there you have it. You did it. You now know exactly what Claude is, how to sign up for free, where every feature lives, what an artifact does, and that core habit of just talking to it naturally. You are fully equipped to get started. But honestly, this is just the launchpad. Are you wondering how exactly this is going to save you hours of busy work this week? In our next explainer, we're diving deep into the 10 specific, everyday problems Claude can instantly solve for you. Everything from summarizing endless email threads to planning your family's meals. Trust me, you will not want to miss it. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.